Hi, my name is Peyton Brown, and I did my health campaign over prediabetes management. I'll be talking about the justification of my health campaign, my target audience, the campaign goals and objectives, my method of communication, my promotional material with design process, my piloting efforts and adjustments, my evaluation and prediction of campaign efficiency, and my conclusion, and we're excited. For the justification, obesity and prediabetes are growing issues, especially in the United States, because of lifestyle changes. These changes can include change in diet, more sedentary lifestyles, don't exercise as much, and they've caused the rates to go up a lot. 84 million US adults have prediabetes, and nearly 90% are unaware that they are currently living with the condition. 1 in 3 adults have prediabetes, and up to 70% of people with prediabetes will eventually develop type 2 diabetes. My target audience, I chose obese adult women. 32% of women have prediabetes, and preventing prediabetes from escalating to diabetes can help save women from unique health concerns. These concerns include heart disease, difficulties with pregnancy like preeclampsia and premature birth, and an increased risk of developing vaginal or urinary tract infections. Hormonal changes during a woman's menstrual cycle can also affect blood sugar levels, which can lead to complications when trying to reduce or control the levels. The goals of my health campaign are women will change their eating and exercise habits for the better, and I'll improve the rates of prediabetes for obese adult women. And then my objectives is 60% of women will have made at least one lifestyle change, either that be better diet, exercising more, seeing the doctor regularly to help control it, going to group sessions, anything like that. I want to establish at least 3 support groups or workshops with at least 15 women attending, and within the first 3 months, 50% of women will have scheduled a prediabetes screening with their doctor. For my original method of communication, um, I wanted to create a profile on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter with different information on how to manage prediabetes, and I wanted to email newsletters. Both of these communication methods would be an easy and fast way to share information. I wanted to be able to share information about new recipes, new exercises, support group sessions, and when and where those will be held, and sharing women's stories and like successes help make them feel not so alone. For my current method of communication, there's an infographic to share because they are fun to look at and easy to read. Infographics are great ways to share information easily. I thought it'd be easy to post them on social media, or you can even print them out and put them all over like walls and bulletin boards and stuff like that for good information. Creating a social media page was a good idea, and so were the emails. The downside is that emails can get overlooked or annoying if you receive too much information. I think sharing different infographics or personal stories about women that have overcome prediabetes would be helpful and like help them feel less alone and like they have people to confide in. So for my promotional material design process, I chose to use Canva to create my infographic. Um, um, the difficulty was choosing the most valuable information to share and add. Although I found so much necessary information, I had to pick the most important things to share since I had limited space. If I were to do this project again in the future, I would do a poster instead. As I said, I found it hard to condense information. If I did a poster in the future instead, I could add links or websites that viewers can look at that has all of the information that I wanted to share instead of just trying to pick and choose and fit it into a small space. For the purpose and experience, um, I received constructive advice on how to improve my infographic, and I hope I also gave good advice to others. I got a lot of good ideas on how to better it and make it more pleasing to view. And I was also able to gauge my success rate because I feel like I got a lot of good comments about how it was easy to read and had good information on it, and the sections were made it easier to understand what I was talking about. For feedback and recommendations, one piece of advice I received was to use more bullet points, which was very helpful. I updated it afterwards, making the infographic look less cluttered and easier to read. The information remained the same, but it was presented so that people could look at it quickly and not have to read as much. And I feel like that helped the infographic look a lot better. Um, I was also told to add my social media handle so people could visit the site for more information. If I had created a social media account, I would have definitely done that. And if I would have been actually doing a campaign, I would have added it at the bottom too so people could go to it and get more information on the topic. Um, I learned that creating a health campaign is very difficult, and I learned from my mistakes during the process. Um, For example, I think I changed my infographic like 5 times because I didn't like how it looked before I finally stuck with the one I had. I think my problem was I wanted it to look cute and pretty, but it took away from the information that I had and didn't align with the topic I had chosen. I also got to educate myself on prediabetes. I didn't really know much about prediabetes before I started researching this topic. I knew that obesity and diabetes were a growing problem because of lifestyle changes, but I didn't realize how many people actually struggle with it. Um, if I were actually creating a health campaign, I think it would be successful. Having social media accounts and sending out emails would have helped provide the target audience with a great amount of information. Creating support groups and informational workshops would have helped people who are struggling with this. And many people don't know much about this topic, and I think speaking about it would help people understand the condition better and not have so much bias against it. One downside is that when I was finding information for my infographic, I actually found a very similar health campaign, so it could be a little repetitive. Um, I would also use to um a better way to convince viewers to change their lifestyles. I just think that mine kind of didn't give enough appeal and wouldn't change people's minds as well. So I think if I were to really go through with all of it, I have to change the infographic a little bit to kind of make it seem like a more serious growing problem. So people will actually want to change their health lifestyles. In conclusion, I improved my campaign skills. I've never really done an activity like this, and I honestly really enjoyed learning about the topic and how to make a health campaign and how they work. Um, I got to learn more about prediabetes, which is really helpful, and I can learn about not how only to change my lifestyle, but also how to help other people change their lifestyles. And I think it'll help with my future career. As a future nurse, I will probably encounter people struggling with prediabetes or diabetes, and knowing the information I know now will help me give them better care and be more empathetic towards them. So I'm glad I chose this topic that could align with my future goals. This is my works cited page, and thank you for watching.